Hi class, let's take a look at example 2. Now, same idea on the previous one. They want us to come up with a sketch of the function, and this one is just 1 over x, so let me just do it here, and obviously not to scale. So we're looking at, well, you're looking at this portion here, and then technically the 1 over x actually has this. Oh wait, it's supposed to look something along these lines. There we go. Okay, so we only need the one on the right hand side, but put both, since some of these you may end up well, for like one problem calculating the area on the right, and then the second one calculating the area on the left. And remember, if they were to mention the area on the left for a portion, if the integral were to converge, then you would just put an absolute value. Okay, so this particular one, it's kind of important because it looks similar to the one that we did earlier, but let's take a look at the results. So in this case, you're looking at the integral from 1 to technically infinity of 100 of x dx, and I'm just going to extract that constant. So this is 100 times the integral from 1 to infinity of dx over x, and by definition, this is technically 100 times the limit as t approaches positive infinity of the actual integral from 1 to t of the x over x. So technically we're going to be evaluating the integral first, and then we're going to be multiplying that times the actual value of the 100, which at the moment is not, it's just a constant on the outside. Okay, so let me rewrite it, and we're still looking at the values of 100 times the limit as t approaches infinity of, well, the integral of dx over x, or 1 over x, is just the ln of, well, technically here the absolute value of x evaluated from 1 to t. So what I'm going to do is, let me punch in the limits of integration, and then we'll take a look at the actual limit. So we're looking at this being 100 times the actual limit as t approaches positive infinity of the ln of t minus the ln of 1. And then good news, the ln of 1 happens to be 0. So in this case, the ln of 1 is equal to 0. You can verify that with your calculator. And then let me rewrite it. So we're looking at, this is equivalent to 100 times the actual limit as t approaches infinity of the ln of t. Now there's a problem here, and let me just put brackets in here. So this is supposed to be t, and let me just do the sketch of this one here. Okay, so if you remember your ln function actually has the following behavior. It passes at 1, and then it does this sort of a shape. So this is f of t is equal to the ln of the absolute value of t. Wait. Okay, now here's the problem. As you evaluate the limit, so as we were to evaluate the limit as t approaches infinity of the ln of t, well, this was going to be positive infinity, since your function keeps increasing without a bound, meaning that it doesn't matter how, well, which x, or in this case t value, you were to select, your y's are going to get infinitely large. So in this case, because we're not actually finding the limit, we would simply say that, well, this answer is infinite and the integral does not converge. So this is 100 times technically infinity. So this is equal to, I'm just putting quotation marks there, to an infinite quantity, our final answer for this one, we would just rewrite it as the integral from 1 to infinity of 100 dx over x does not converge. Which means that we actually don't get a finite area. So that would be it. This is our final answer. I'm still rewriting it here with quotation marks. That's just to indicate that, well, the actual area becomes infinite for this particular one. But the main idea is that as you evaluate the integral, it does not converge. You can also say that the integral diverges.